Hi, so in this video, we are going to understand a very important topic, that is reported speech, which is also known as narration or direct indirect speech. Now, first of all, we need to understand what is a reported speech. When we talk about speech, it means we are talking about a conversation or communication which goes between two people. Now here, reported speech means when we want to convey somebody's words to someone else, that is known as reported speech. Now here you will be able to understand this with the help of the example. Now here Ram said to Shivam, I am going to the market. Now here Ram is directly talking to Shivam, and these are the exact words spoken by Ram, and that is why these words have been placed within double inverted commas, and this particular speech is known as direct speech. But in the second sentence, somebody else is conveying the words of the speaker Ram to someone else, and this is how he has reported Ram's speech. Ram said to Shivam that he was going to the market. So here in this sentence, the speaker has used his own words to convey Ram's words. So I hope you have understood. And what else we have understood with this, that whenever we want to quote someone's words, there are two ways. One, by repeating the same words used by the speaker, that is known as direct speech, or by reporting the words spoken, that is known as indirect speech. And this is how we place direct and indirect speech. So here you can see that whenever we place direct speech, we always put them within double inverted commas, and indirect speech does not carry any inverted commas. Now, whenever we want to report somebody's words, that can be a statement, that can be a question, that can be a command, that can be a request, it can be an exclamatory sentence, or it can be a wish. So there are different sentences which we report. So before we get into the details of the rules of reported speech, we need to have some basic information about reported speech. Now look at this sentence. You can see the words used before inverted commas, they are known as reporting clause. So this half of the sentence is known as reporting clause. Rahim said to me. This is reporting clause, and the sentence written within double inverted commas is known as reported speech. And the very important part of reported speech is reporting verb, which is written with a blue color. Now reporting verb plays very important role. It can be in past tense, it can be in present tense, and it can be in future tense. And according to this reporting verb, we will be understanding different rules to change the tense and the pronouns of the reported speech. Now let us get into the details of all the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Now here in the indirect speech, no inverted commas are used. Now you can see here in the example that in indirect speech, Seema says that she loves reading. So there is no inverted commas. Second rule says the conjunctions that, if, whether are generally used after the reporting verb. As I told you earlier, that says, said, these are reporting verb, and whenever we want to change from direct to indirect, we always use conjunction that or if. depending upon the following sentence. And this is how we place our conjunction after the reporting verb. Third rule says the first word of the reported speech begins with a capital letter. Now here we have two sentences of direct speech. And here you can see that in both the sentences, the first letter used is written in capital letter. And here in the next sentence, you can see, do you like ice cream? So the letter D has been written in capital letter. So I hope these three rules are clear to you. Let's move further. Then rule number 4 says the tense of the reporting verb is never changed. So this is also very important. You can see here, Seema says, I love reading. Now here we are going to focus on reporting verb only. Now here, whenever we want to change direct speech into indirect, we never change our tense of reporting verb. Says will remain says. Will say will remain will say. And past tense said will remain past tense. So here you can see I have written another word asked instead of said, because this particular part or this particular reported speech is interrogatory sentence. It is a question. So that is why I have chosen the verb asked. But again, the thing which I need to understand is I am not changing the tense of the reporting verb. If my reporting verb is in present tense, it will remain in present tense. If it is in future tense, it will remain in future tense. And if it is in past tense, it will remain in past tense. Now the next rule says that the reporting verb changes according to sense. Now it may be told, asked, inquired, etc. As I told you earlier that here the reported speech is a question, and that is why I have changed my reporting verb said into asked. So this is how you have to choose your reporting verb in indirect speech according to the reported speech used in direct speech. I hope it is clear to you. Then next rule says when we report questions, we do not follow the questions order. So what does it mean? It means that if we have a question in our direct speech, then while converting it into indirect speech, we are not going to follow the questions order. We are going to change our question into a statement. And this is how we are going to change it. She said to me, do you like ice cream? So in indirect speech, what I would be saying? She asked me if I liked ice cream, ending with a full stop. So here I have not used any question mark at the end. Now, next rule says that pronouns change according to the subject and the object of the reporting verb. Now, your first person pronoun, I, me, my, we, us, our, change according to the subject of the reporting verb. For example, in the first sentence, you can see, she said, I am going to the market. Now here, your reporting verb is said. It is in past tense and its subject is she. So, if I want to convert this particular sentence into indirect, so I have to select my pronoun according to the subject of reporting verb. And my subject of reporting verb here is a female, and that is why I have used the pronoun she in my indirect speech. Now, the pronouns of the second person, you, your, yourself. In the reported speech, here you can see that second person pronoun you has been used in this reported speech, and it is going to change according to the object of the reporting verb. Now here in this sentence, he said to Satish. Now here Satish is an object. So Satish is male, and that is why in my indirect speech I have used the pronoun he. I hope you are understanding the rules. Now the pronoun of the third person, he, she, it, they, him, his, her, hers, them, their, theirs, they do not change. Now let us understand with the help of an example. He said she will buy a pen. Now here in my direct speech, what I have said, she will buy a pen. So in my indirect speech, I will not change the third person. She will remain she. He said that she would buy a pen. I hope this rule is clear to you. Let's move further and understand change in the tense of the reported speech. Now, we make many changes depending upon the reporting verb of the reported speech. Now here you can easily understand, if my reporting verb is in past tense, then the tense of the reported speech, I am repeating, if the reporting verb is in past tense, then the tense of the reported speech will change accordingly. This way, present tense will become past tense will become past perfect, and if it is already in past perfect, then there will be no change, and if it is in future tense, it will change into conditional future. Now, if your reporting verb is in present tense, as it is written in this sentence, Rahim says. Says is a present tense. So, here I will not make any change in the tense of reported speech. Similarly, if my reporting verb is in future tense, again I will not make any change in the tense of the reported speech. Now let us get into detail and understand how our tenses change when we have our reporting verb in past tense. Now, as I told you, present tense will change into past tense. Simple present will convert it into simple past. I study will become he or she studied. Similarly, if I would be saying I am studying in my present continuous tense, then I would be saying he or she was studying. Then I have studied. So here he or she had studied. So this is how it is going to change. So present tense will change into past tense, and past tense will change into past perfect. Simple past will become past perfect. Past continuous will become past perfect continuous. Then if your sentence or reported speech is already in past perfect tense, then there will be no change. For example, I had studied. So I would be saying he or she had studied. Similarly, if my reported speech is in past perfect continuous tense, example, I had been studying, so there would be no change in the tense of the reported speech, and I would be saying he or she had been studying. I hope you have understood it. So this is how our change in tense of reported speech takes place when we have reporting verb in past tense. And for future tense, simple future will get changed into conditional future, and future continuous will change into conditional future continuous. Now, these are the change in helping verbs. So, when you will be changing the tense of your reported speech, you are definitely going to change your helping verbs. Is, am, are will change into past tense with was and were. And if you have was or were in your reported speech, it will change into had been. If you already have past perfect continuous tense, that is had been, in your reported speech, then there will be no change. And if you have present perfect tense, it will change into past perfect, that is had. And if you already have past perfect in your reported speech, then there will be no change in the tense of the reported speech. If you have do in your reported speech, it will become did, and did will change into had done. And if you have had done in your reported speech, then there will be no change. And similarly, as I told you, for future tense, it will change into conditional future. Now here I have written shall will become should, but again you need to notice that shall might be changed into should as per the case. It means as per the situation, because should goes with obligation or compulsion. So we need to check whether the sentence written within double inverted commas goes for compulsion or not. Then only we are going to use should. Then change in modals. So can will become could, may will become might, shall will become should depending upon the case, will would become would. For example, Meera said, I will help you if you need my help. Meera said that she would help me. So here I have changed will into would. Help me if I had needed her help. Similarly, must will change into had to, or have to will change into had to. For example, you must finish the test in an hour, said the teacher. The teacher said that they had to finish the test in an hour. So here must has been changed into had to. So this is how you have to remember these basic rules for changing your reported speech from direct to indirect. And if you already have these modal or auxiliaries in your sentence, then there will be no change. Then next rule says that words expressing nearness will change to words expressing distance. So these rules, I can understand that you feel it really difficult to remember these rules, but learning these rules and practicing these rules will definitely help you to have good command on your reported speech. Now will become then, this will become that, these will change into those, here will become there, thus will become so, ago will change to before, today will become that day, tonight will become that night, tomorrow will become the next day, yesterday the day before. Similarly, last night will become the night before. Next week will become the following week. Last week will become previous week. Just, then, hence, thence. The day after tomorrow will become in 2 days' time. And yesterday morning will change into the previous morning. Tomorrow morning will change to next morning. The day before yesterday will change to 2 days before. And come will become go. So this is how words expressing nearness change to words expressing distance. Now here, the other thing which you need to remember is that these rules or this rule number 11 has nothing to do with your reporting verb. If you have your reporting verb in present tense or in past tense or in future tense, these changes will take according to your reported speech. Then there are some exceptions to the rules. Now let us understand what are these exceptions. Now if the direct speech expresses a historical fact, universal truth, habitual fact, then tense of the direct speech will not change. For example, in this sentence, I am talking about a scientific fact. She said, oil floats on water. So, in my indirect speech, I will not change the tense of this reported speech. It will remain the same because here in this sentence, I am talking about a scientific fact. She said that oil floats on water. So what I have done, I have simply removed double inverted commas. I have inserted the conjunction that, and I am not changing the tense of the reported speech in spite of having my reporting verb in past tense. Why? Because I am talking about the scientific fact. So there will be no change in the tense of the reporting verb. Next, in the next example, you can see I wake up at 5:30 a.m. So it is a habitual fact. She is talking about her habit. So again, there will be no change in the tense of the reported speech. She said that she wakes up at 5:30 a.m. I hope you have understood. Then, second exception is when the two actions occur at the same time in the past, there is no change in the tense of the verb of indirect speech. Now again, let us understand this particular exception with the help of an example. He said, I cried out when I saw the thief coming. Now here, in my reported speech, two actions are taking place. In the past, I cried out when I saw the thief. So, cried out, saw the thief. Two actions occur at the same time in the past. So, that is why there will be no change in the tense of the verb of indirect speech. So, what I have said, he said that he cried out when he saw the thief coming. So, there is no change. Cried will remain cried. Saw will remain saw. So, I have not made any change in the tense of the verb of indirect speech. Now, the third exception is if the situation mentioned in the reported speech is same at the time of reporting, then there will be no change in the tense of the verb of indirect speech. Now, what does it mean? For example, he said, I love my mother. Now, I cannot change the tense of this sentence because he still loves his mother. So, the situation is same at the time of reporting. So, I will not make any change in the tense of the verb of indirect speech. So, how I am going to report his words? He said that he loves his mother. I hope you have understood the rules and exceptions to the rules. So, I hope now your reported speech is clear, and in reported speech part 2, we will be understanding how to report statements, how to report questions, how to report exclamatory sentences and imperative sentences. Okay, bye-bye.